Okay, you snow-stuck drivers, it's time to get your vehicles out of the way of snowplows. They're still trying to clean up our city streets. It's been a couple days now since the storm ended, and police are starting to tag cars that haven't been dug out yet. There are winter parking restrictions in place in the city of Fargo for this exact reason. If you don't get your vehicles off of the street, police may have them towed so city street crews can do their job. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We're getting started now with nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. New this morning, a man is critically injured after the camper he was in exploded in the Southern Valley. The Richland County Sheriff's Office says the blast happened around 6:30 last night in rural Wahpeton. The victim was life-flighted to a Fargo hospital. The North Dakota Fire Marshal's office is looking into the cause of this explosion. There's new information today on a deadly school explosion in the Twin Cities. Federal investigators now say the 2017 blast at Minnehaha Academy in Minneapolis happened because a pipe fitting crew lacked proper training and was not fully authorized to move a gas meter. The explosion killed 2 people and injured 9. 10 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our Storm Team forecast on this Wednesday morning.
Good morning. We are getting to see that first light this morning thanks to some clear skies. You can see that off in the distance. And we've got some conditions that are going to be really pleasant starting with this morning. Some clear skies and a pretty sunrise ahead of us here. So let's take a look at our conditions outside right now. We're looking at some numbers that are more into the teens and a lot of us in the 20s. There's one spot that's quite cold, Foston at 9 degrees right now. So a pocket of colder air there. Most of us, though, starting off our day in the 20s. We're at 21 in Fargo and in Grand Forks. The wind is coming in out of the west. It's easing up little by little. We still have one wind speed above 15 miles per hour in Langdon. And that westerly wind kind of keeping those temperatures on the mild side here this morning. Wind chills, though, of course, a little bit lower when we factor that wind in, and it feels like it's 9 degrees right now in Fargo. So still need to bundle up, just not as frigid as we've seen on other days this season so far. So radar and satellite map is pretty quiet. Of course, we've got the clear skies. We've got good visibility in the valley. There may be more clouds, though, up toward Lake of the Woods, the Badette area today. You could see some snow north of the border that might try to sweep through and brush by this area. But overall, looking at a quieter daytime for us today. As we take a look at our afternoon planner, you can see temperatures ranging from some upper 20s to some low to mid 30s for your highs. So that means once again more slushy streets as that snow and ice starts to break up and melt a little bit with the warmer temperatures and sunshine. A high of 34 in Fargo. And up north again, that potential northeast, that potential for a little bit more cloud cover. And gradually into tonight, we'll see more of those clouds dropping in as a cold front starts to move through into tomorrow morning. And that may trigger a couple of light snow showers, more likely in the northern valley in some of those same areas dealing with the cloud cover today. But we can't rule out a flake or two even in the southern valley as this cold front moves through and cooler air follows. A high of 19 on Friday. Saturday we warm right back up. Looks like a pretty good day on Saturday with a little bit of wind, and Sunday will be our next chance for a little bit of accumulating snow, a couple of inches possible it looks like right now, and that Arctic blast still showing up in the forecast for us for early next week. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's traffic on the move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We returned to where we started this morning to finish off the 6 o'clock hour. We're on southbound I-29. You can see the traffic in the northbound lanes has increased quite dramatically since this morning. It has gotten to pretty much peak traffic flow over there. So if you're planning on taking northbound I-29 today, if you haven't left now, I would highly recommend doing it soon and probably giving yourself a few extra minutes on those roadways. Not only is the traffic flow increased, there are also some slick spots to worry about, as you can expect. So overall, though, the road conditions are looking better today. Here on the interstates, they're probably about as good as they've been all week. There's not as many slick spots as there were on Monday, and they're not as sloppy as they were yesterday, with a lot of dirty snow and water getting kicked up into windshields. So good news and bad news. The traffic flow is increasing. Good news, road conditions are looking better. We're going to keep checking out the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for right now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
We're getting new information on a triple murder-suicide in Minneapolis. Medical examiners say 2 boys and their mother were shot multiple times, and the woman was also stabbed in the chest before the boy's father shot himself on Sunday. Police identify the victims as 39-year-old Kirsten Shaledetsky and her son, 8-year-old Nelson, and 11-year-old William. Their father was 53-year-old David Shaledetsky. The couple divorced in June. A neighbor says he heard the boys screaming, and then he saw them running out of their front door of their home, followed by the sound of gunshots. A woman is being treated for injuries after being kicked and trampled by a horse at NDSU's Equine Center up on 19th Avenue North. It happened shortly before noon yesterday. NDSU officials say the woman was moving horses when the incident happened and that she is not a student or an employee. There's no word on her condition. We have a warning this morning straight from the FBI about a Christmas gift you might have on your wish list. Smart TVs are often poorly secured by the people who make them, and well, that could give hackers a chance to look right into your living room without you even knowing it. Experts say to do the security updates for your devices, and if all else fails, hey, slap some tape over the camera on your TV or any smart device. A brigadier general and retired dean at the Air Force Academy is taking over the helm at UND in Grand Forks. Andrew Armacost was hired yesterday by the North Dakota Board of Higher Education. He takes over for Mark Kennedy, who is now president at the University of Colorado. Armacost served more than 30 years on active duty and spent 20 years both as a professor and executive at the Air Force Academy. The Fargo Marathon has a new owner. Race director Mark Knutson confirms the event has been sold to Rugged Races, a national event company out of Boston that bills itself as North America's largest endurance race event company. Knutson says the Fargo Group was offered a deal that they just couldn't turn down. He says, though, the only change runners will notice is different swag. The Canadian Pacific Holiday Train is making its rounds across North America, and it will include a number of stops in the valley starting December 5th, including Detroit Lakes, Mahnomen, Plummer, and Thief River Falls. The Holiday Train also has 6 stops in North Dakota. You can check out the schedule on our website, valleynewslive.com. Just click on the Hot button. If it's a tradition in your family to spend some time in the kitchen together and create festive holiday treats, you might want to add these ones to your list. The Valley Today's Abby Furchner is in the kitchen this morning, showing us some fun ideas for the whole family. Good morning, Abby. Okay, sorry about that. We're obviously having some technical problems, and Abby's not able to hear us as we send it out to her. So we'll see if we can fix that. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, according to a new survey, the top 3 things a host can do to make overnight holiday guests feel at home. Number 1, plenty of towels. Number 2, a comfy bed. But number 3, that's what we were asking today. So if you're having guests come, write down the Wi-Fi password. And you might also want to have some great holiday treats. And so we do want to try one more time to check in with Abby Furchner, who joins us live from the kitchen making some fun treats. Good morning, Abby.
We're going to put one in the center of each of the pretzels.
So
like
easy.
So.
And then this does require some oven work.
Yes. So then after we get them placed inside the pretzels, we're going to put them in a 350-degree oven for 1 minute 45 seconds. So you're going to want to set a timer.
I think that is so just like fun, how simple it is. 1 minute 45, you're definitely going to want to set your timer though, because knowing me, I'd be like, oh my gosh, all these pretzels are burnt and broken because I put them in too long. But I do want to talk about these wreaths as well, because I think these are so fun. But there are a couple little tricks you're going to want to remember.
Yes. So what I did with these was just do the recipe on the back of the marshmallow wrapper, and it's microwavable. And before I added the Rice Krispies to the melted marshmallows, I put a few drops of the green colorant, and then I added the Rice Krispies, stirred it all together, and then we buttered our hands.
Butter your hands.
That's the secret to keeping it from sticking all over your hands ones when you're forming them into the wreaths. And then we rolled logs and then shape them circular.
So easy, so simple. We'll have these recipes up on valleynewslive.com so you can get in the kitchen with your kids, do some taste testing, and enjoy some sweet treats this holiday season.
I love it. Some fun things. Abby Furchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. You need Christmas cookies in the kitchen and snow on the ground. Got that?
Yes, we are well into Christmas season now, as if on cue after Thanksgiving. We are working on maybe melting some of the snow on the streets again today. We're looking at temperatures around freezing or a few degrees above. Mostly sunny skies, less wind too. It should be a pretty nice day. Maybe a little snow tonight and into tomorrow.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather.